ask for that legislation, not send a letter saying, ooh, we got a problem, but send a letter saying, we want a fix to this, and here's how we propose having that fix. And having that support up and down the coast of California from those other counties that are facing the same problems we are. As we proceed through this, county council can look at legal remedies and what those might look like. The fourth one was a workshop through CSAC, and as I mentioned a few weeks ago, we have that opportunity at annual meeting. It's a perfect time to do that, and I will be bringing that one forward with those other ones that we talked about. The fifth part that the chair didn't mention, and we haven't brought back up again yet, is that processing, whether or not to process applications. To me, that's a choice of the applicant. The applicants should be, and if they're not, they will be made aware of the situation. But if the applicant chooses to proceed with that application, that's their call. Let them proceed, go through our process, and if it's approved, and it goes to the Planning or the Coastal Commission, and they deny it, that's an opportunity for that applicant to take action that he or she sees fit at that point, whether it's legal action or otherwise. That's their call, not ours. We should not be stifling those applications for what the Coastal Commission might do or likely will do. That's up to the applicant to make that call. If they want to go through the expense and the time, so be it. We have our process to do, and we should be doing that. That's the fifth point that I would add to the chair's four, and I'd obviously be supportive of those. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you. Supervisor Colfax.
Well, I would concur with what has been said. I would just invert the priority list. I'd say let's start with the $49 deal. Find out if in fact it's $7 for $7 a piece for 7 items, or whether we get it, The other thing here is start moving in the direction of looking at the possibility of lawsuit. Workshops, the going and connecting with other suits and connecting with other planning directors. I think we need to get our model in place a little bit. So we have to have something to say, this is what would work, this is what we could do without going broke. If we want to buy the big expensive model, fine. But if we have something we can then take before CSEC, take before the planning directors, say these are the main issues we have to address. They're not going to get addressed and not dealt with. The hell with it. I mean, what are we supposed to do? And at least we know what the parameters of the problem are. So I would just back the curve with, I think we have some consensus here as to what we need to do. But I would really emphasize the need to identify the 7 pillars of wisdom that we need to invoke here.
Other comments?
Yeah, just a quick comment, Mr. Chairman. I think that it's, from what I've heard here, I think that the full board concurs basically on the same line of attack here, which is I'll buy everybody a beer after the meeting's over on that one.
And if I can chime in, for all the members of the public that think this board is divided, can never agree, to never move forward, this is a prime example that this is sure, all 5 members come from different persuasions and different points of view, but we oftentimes agree more than we disagree. And I think this is a prime example. It's unanimous what I'm hearing, that we need to take action and start moving forward. And unless I see somebody getting ready to hit me, I think I'm stating that for the entire board unanimously, all 5 of us. And this is something that has just languished too long, that we have to take action on. And it's no wonder why certain publications in this wonderful place we call Mendocino County attack us for not having achieved anything in the last 4 years, or even prior to that, and issuing challenges of $100 to show us one darn thing you've done. Well, we're going to take action on this, and we're going to start seeing that something's taken care of. And I thank my colleagues for that consensus, and we will achieve something out of this. Madam Clerk.
If I could just clarify for the record, the directive is to general consensus of the board to direct staff to prepare a low-cost proposal to address the plan update, gather support from other counties to explore potential litigation, initiate legislation to identify the issues to our legislators, request a CSAC workshop to be scheduled to address the issue, and defer to applicants as to whether or not they wish to pursue their projects.
Those were the 5 items that I recollect. Supervisor Smith?
Yes, to the chair and to the body. One concern I have that I think that we've gone full circle is that the discussion did begin with that there would be staff time. I believe Ms. Glassy said it would be a full-time equivalent person to address the backlog of applications. So I think we do need to deal with this financial aspect of this. I mean, what I would like is the director to bring back to us the actual content that would be given out to prospective applicants about this conundrum, the situation that we're in, that there is no guarantee that we're not really the decision-making body. We maybe are in the permit processing piece of it, but we really are not the body that can ultimately decide on their project. And I think I would like council to review that, and I think it needs to be a very detailed document that would go to anyone that is going to go down this path, because I think it's very important that they fully really understand what they're getting into. So I think we need that information. And I think we also need the cost aspect dealt with. If we really have limited resources and this is going to take another position, in effect, if we don't really address this head-on, we're asking staff, if we're not adding additional staff, to not be doing some other planning aspect, be it going forward with the planning commitments we've made or some other aspect of the permit processing. So I think we need to be very clear how if we're going to go down that path, then we need to assign the real cost to the applicant to cover the process, and then I think that we're covered. I mean, council will cover the legal parts. They'll be fully informed that this is very unknown territory, and we're doing the following things to try to address it, but someone is going to have to bear the cost, or we're really not. We need to come full circle on that, because that's how you started out your report. Thank you.
Mr. Chairman.
Do you have a comment?
Yeah, I just don't believe that between 2 planning departments, one in inland and one here on the coast, that 4 or 8 applicants is going to, I don't think that creates a large concern for Ray. I mean, certainly at budget time or with the budget hearings, if he feels he needs another planner, I'm sure he's going to step up and advocate for that.
Well, you've opened the door.
Yeah.
You know, it may not take a person, it will take a rearrangement of existing workload if it's within planning and building. Something, you know, I mean,
Something's got to give.
something gives as you push in something else in, so other tasks may take longer if the direction is for planning department to process those plan amendments.
Okay.
Unless we can through the chair, unless we can fully assign the cost, then we should be able to get the staff and fully assign the cost to the applicant, and
Right.
then we shouldn't have a problem.
Yeah. Supervisor Colfax, do you have a comment?
I'm done for the day.
Supervisor Delbar, and then I'll go to the public.
Well, it's, in regard to the staffing and the fees, our fees are set, and they're set for a reason, and they're set based on the time and the expense. So I don't see any changes to that. We have a job to do. It's our job. Whether nobody walks in the door with an application or 50 people walk in the door with applications, we need to adjust to that. That's our job. That's our role. It's our responsibility. And I have faith in the director to figure out a way to make it work, and if he can't do it with the resources he has, he can come to us at budget time and request what he needs. Then it's our decision to make up here is the one that we grant it to you. So I don't see that as a stumbling block. I see that as just another part of the process.
Thank you, Supervisor. No more comments from the board. I'd like to go to the public. Please step forward, state your name, and as much as possible, keep it to 3 minutes, please.
Barbara Reed. I live in Mendocino. A couple of things. When you sign an application for a general plan amendment or something like that, you do know that it is appealable. You know that it's going to be appealed to the Coastal Commission no matter what. So I don't think the letter needs to be that specific. It does, you know, you're going to go to the Coastal Commission. The other thing is Linda Ruffing did the review that I think I heard it referred